YouTube? Welcome back to another tutorial today. You might notice that my hair is a bit wonky, and that is because I found these ribbons from a gift that my friend gave me. The gift was wrapped with the ribbons, and I thought, this is a really pretty color, so I'm gonna do something with it. So here they are on my head, and I started this video so it's too late to take them out. Anyways, now that I've shared such a lovely, useful personal story with you guys, it's time to get into today's video. Today's video is all about making your Facebook page and your Facebook profile look on point, right? It's so easy for all of your stuff to look different because you are overwhelmed with the fact that Facebook has 100 different sizes for all the graphics. But that overwhelm ends today. I'm gonna show you exact sizes that you need and how you can actually go and create assets that will fit across your banners, your groups, your posts, your profile, blah, 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 and it actually will show up. One of the things that people don't think about is how people are accessing Facebook, and that is why things are always gonna look different. You might be accessing from your computer, you might be accessing linked up to a massive HD TV screen, or on your phone or on your iPad. So every single view, Facebook's system is fully responsive, so all the images that you put up are gonna be changing based on which platform someone is accessing your information. So given that, that's almost why you can't optimize your images so that it looks good on every single platform. You really need to optimize the one where most of your target audience is accessing your content from. So what that means is if a lot of your clients are an older generation, they might be accessing Facebook on their computer. So I would optimize all my thumbnails and all my images and all my assets for a web view. Otherwise, if you have a younger generation who is always on the go, your audience might be browsing on their phones. So then I would have to optimize my images a different way, because on the phone, the profile view is done differently. So I'll just throw up some screenshots right here to show you what I mean. You can see here the difference between a desktop view or a mobile view of your desktop page, right? It really covers things differently. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you a few tips and tricks to know what to optimize and where to put information so that it doesn't get hidden when it matters most. Okay, great. Like I mentioned before, there are so many different sizes. For example, this is my personal page. You have this image here, and then you have your banner, and then you have this image here. And then if I go into my Facebook page, my business page, those are whole other dimensions. Like all of this stuff is different dimensions. And today I was actually updating my banners, and which is why I started filming this video, was because I wanted to show you that every single one of them is different size, and you need to know which dimensions are the right ones to use. Good thing there are so many people online that have the same problem, and all these other websites are writing articles about it. So I'm gonna link you guys this in my description. It's the most recently updated one from February, and they go over the exact recommended dimensions that you can use for all your Facebook images. And be careful which one you pick, because as you can see, every single one of them is different. So make sure that you are selecting the right one. And when you create your asset, you name it the right one so you know where they go. If you go and Google Facebook image dimensions, almost every article is going to give you a different answer. And that is because different people are optimizing for different views. There's different aspect ratios, different resolution qualities. So you don't need to get into that. Just refer to this. It's like 99% of the time, this will be fine. So do not worry. Don't go and waste your time in looking at more, because you will get extremely overwhelmed over the numbers that you're gonna see. And then at the bottom of this page, if you scroll all the way down, you will see actual templates that you can use to help you understand the dimensions. These are very, very useful because you can drag these into Canva and use these to understand your safe zones and which area useful content will be shown. So for example, let's say this one, okay, Facebook event cover. I'll just take you to an existing one that I have. So right here, I've just been recreating. This is really cute, isn't that fun? Cash Cow Content Challenge, that's from my Facebook group. So if I just put this image here, this is what I was meaning about the actual dimensions, is you can use this as a grid so you can see where your content falls. I've just changed the opacity really quickly so you can see when I upload it, everything that is important is within the safe zones, right? So you see this little like cutout line here. all my important information is sitting in that safe zone, and that's what you always want to be doing when you are creating your assets. So that's what you can do, and you put it into Canva. So let's just go and do that. We'll do a walkthrough. You know what? Let's just go and recreate this little image right here in Canva, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So we'll save this to my desktop, which I already did earlier. So in Canva, go and select the Facebook event cover asset. And you can see here already, we can see that the dimensions are different. That is okay, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it's different everywhere. So we're going to go and say copy this image. Ooh, look, copy and pasting. So there we go. So this goes right here. And this image has actually been inserted in the exact dimension that it says. So this is actually 1000 by 524 pixels. It won't reach the end because, like I showed you in Canva, this is 1920 by 1080. So the pixels are actually different. But we can use this as our guide for what we want our image to look like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to make this semi-transparent so it doesn't get in the way, and I'm gonna lock it so I don't accidentally move it. So let's just go and put in a cloud background like the one that I have. Well, and then we'll reshape it so it goes all the way to the back. And I'm just gonna move this to the back so I can still see my template for the safe zones. If you are really annoyed at this banner, sometimes what I do is I actually go in and I will put in a shape to represent the safe zone, and then I will delete that image so I don't always have it. So something like this. So those are our borders at the moment. We can just do that if you really want to. That's something you can do to get rid of it, to remind you of what goes where. So now we want some cows. So how I did this was I literally searched cow PNG, and somehow people really like cow PNGs. This is how I found my cows, and I've actually saved them already on my computer, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with me going through a bunch of cow pictures. So here we go, you can drag and drop the cow, and then we also had the cow peeping out on the side, which is this cow, this bad boy right here. Okay, great, so now we have those two cows. And now let's just create the text that sits in the middle. So that just is black, and there's a quick shortcut. You press T, and then that will create your text box. So we had Cash Cow Content Challenge. And let's just make that bigger and bold. And the font that I was using is Oswald. And then let's just make this bigger so we can read that better. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, if you just drag the text box, that will automatically update the font size. And then you might be wondering, okay, well, how do I get a border? Okay, great. So you can't actually create borders in Canva, but what you can do is we can copy and paste this box element, and we will move this backwards behind our other box. So this is how you can create your little border that I had. So that's our little cash cow. And then I'm just gonna move this cow to the front so that it covers it a little bit, because I think it looks cooler when there's a little bit of overlap. And then I'm gonna also put this cow to the front like that so that it covers the text a little. So here's a quick way for you to get rid of this little leg over here, right? So what I would do here is I actually create a box like this, and then I line it up like this, and then I make it black, and then I put this text in front of it. There we go. So it's a very, very subtle treatment that we've done here. And then we do one more for the white box, and that's a really, really subtle treatment. It's almost like something that you would get from if you were making this in Photoshop. So here we have this little overlapping that makes it look like the cow is half in and half out, which I really like. We can see here that all the things that matter are still within these bounds. All the stuff that we care about is still within the bound. And then I'm gonna write right here in black, join the free Facebook group. Here we go. And then let's just make this a little bit smaller. Put that right here. And now the last thing to do is to get a money border. There are a lot of them on the internet that you can download. So what we want to do is get a money border. But I'm just gonna pick the one that I have here just for to make that faster, because you can see here they all have these white backgrounds, and I do have a video where I show you how to remove the white background, so I will add that in the link below, but I don't want to drag this video out too long, so I'm just going to use the one that I have already that I've used in the past in my other videos. So here we go. And I believe my cow is in the front. So I'm just gonna move this to the back. And there we go. So now we know that everything's in bounds. Once it's done, we can delete that. And this is our Facebook banner that we are going to use. Let's download that. I would say for Facebook, because Facebook will actually ruin your image quality, that I actually would recommend you to download as a PNG to avoid it compressing your files and ruining your Facebook, your image quality. So now we have that image. Let's just go and upload it. Why not? I will show you. So this is the cover I was trying to change. So let's just upload. So here we go. Let's just upload my Facebook banner. So as you see here on my desktop, that some of the bottom of the image and the cow is cut off, but that's okay. Let's just save that. We'll take it to my phone and see what it looks like from my phone. Okay, so I am back with the phone to show you what it looks like on a phone, like I said. So on my computer, we can see that it looks like this. But on an iPhone, this is what the banner looks like. That's what I mean by knowing which platform you want to optimize for. So I'm perfectly okay for it to look like that on desktop, because people who are gonna see me on the phone will see all my cows and all my cash. So that is it. I just wanna show you how you can create assets that actually show up the right way. A lot of people are using Canva and using their dimension sizes, but they're not understanding why their stuff is getting cut off. So I will share with you the resources below for the actual dimensions. So just remember to save the image, import it into Canva, and use that as a template and your guiding points for like your safe areas. One thing I didn't mention is specifically for your profile page, the view that you'll get on a desktop and the view that you get in mobile or on iPad is also very different. So you want to make sure that you optimize for that platform. I mentioned this before, so this is my homepage and then this is my mobile. It covers a lot of the content and it literally covers the button, right? So that's a problem. I don't want people to miss out on the button, but I chose that for a reason because I really wanted that big effect and I wanted my profile to be balanced. So when you are creating your assets, make sure you know what is being blocked by what and where everything is sitting so that your content is optimized. That is all for today's video. I hope that really helps. Leave a comment if you're having some troubles with it. I know it's like there's too many pixels, too many numbers, and it's super confusing, but do not worry, do not worry. That was me 2 weeks ago. I spent 2 hours trying to get my profile banner correct because it just would not look good on both desktop and on mobile, and I was fucking wasting a lot of time. So I don't want you to waste your time like that. It's so not worth it to get stressed out. So remember